City of Sarah clips.
Lil Troy, Dead End. A Southside drug dealer turned label owner in the late 80s, Troy is credited with bringing into the fold a young rapper named DJ Action, who would later become known as Scarface. But when a stint in jail interrupted things for Troy's Shortstop Records, Scarface signed to Rap-A-Lot. Troy emerged anew nearly a decade later with his 1999 hit, Wanna Be a Baller, featuring Big Hawk, Lil Will, the newcomer Youngstar, and posthumously Fat Pat. Big T sang the hook, and Troy put the whole thing together. The album on which it appeared, Sittin' Fat Down South, has sold almost 2 million copies to date. Troy still produces records and works in Houston's strip club after-hours scene. Last time we spoke, we were talking about how different Houston is at night, how it's such a late-night town, and how some people don't go out until the small hours. When do you think that came about, that modern era of late-night life in Houston?
What it's like in Houston? It's a whole new world, you know what I'm saying? After 2 o'clock in the morning, it's a whole new lifestyle. A whole new set of people be out, with a whole different mentality and everything. But it'd still be a party scene all night though, at the same time.
What do you think is different about the people who don't go out until super late?
Those self-employed people, most times, that stays out till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, that go out to the after hours. Most times they be self-employed people right there. They don't have a conventional job to go to at 8 o'clock in the morning for 8 hours a day. No, they have their own hours, and they party. It's a different type of music a lot of times. You hear the street, gutter stuff. You don't hear the stuff you hear on the radio every day.
It's almost like a different set of rules at that point.
Pretty much it is a different set of rules, because you got different people in charge, you know? People that run the radio station during the daytime and now, early, they sleep. They don't live at that time of night.
Do you feel like there are phases in Houston where late night is really hot and then it'll taper off for a couple of years, or do you think it's a constant?
It's a constant. We've been doing this after hours for a long time. It's just now starting to catch on with the media and magazines and everybody. But this is what we normally do. You know what I'm saying? I used to not leave my house till after 2 o'clock in the morning to go out. 'Cause the clubs we used to go to, we could smoke after 4. But we didn't want to go there till after 2 o'clock. And after 4 o'clock in the morning, it's a free-for-all. All the main clubs close, then you have the after hours. So everybody from the main clubs will come to the after hours, and it's still a big old party now. But it's different people running the game. It's a different set of people that run the game at nighttime.
Have the strip clubs always been a component of that? They're not the only places open that late, but they're kind of a centerpiece in a lot of ways because they can be.
Nah, strip clubs. That ain't where after hours first start coming from the strip clubs. Strip clubs didn't get popular being after hours. We always had after hour clubs down here. They wasn't no strip clubs though. They was just regular after hours. We had a few strip clubs that was after hours, but our main thing has been after hours, period. It was called members only. You had to have a member's card to come in at night, and you drink free. You have a card. You pay somebody for a card when you come in, and you drink free. That comes from the members only clubs we was doing at first.
Where was that?
South Side, Southwest Side. That was the main, Holmes Road, South Park. We kept after hours.
So the strip clubs weren't a catalyst then? The strip clubs were just a part of it when they came along?
Yeah, 'cause the strip clubs would stay open late and they was taboo. They wasn't going by the rules neither. So anytime you got an after-hour club, you're not actually going by the rules. Unless you got a members only. You got a members only, that way you could get away with all this drinking and everything in the club. See, you're not supposed to sell liquor after 2 o'clock. You can't tell that's the case down here though, 'cause we have liquor all night, till 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Do you think those after-hours places were able to avoid the police because of where they were in town, on the south side?
Nah, really, mainly, if you ain't cause a bunch of problems and you ain't got a bunch of shootings and stuff like that, the police will let you make it. Laws, you ain't killing, a bunch of fighting and shooting, they ain't gonna mess with you. They'll see a bunch of cars there, ain't gonna bother it. It's not a big disturbance.
Do you think the McGregor Park era, the big parties with Daryl Scott DJing in the early 80s, do you think that was a jump off point for the car culture we see today? Or was it earlier than that?
It was earlier than that. When Martin Luther King Boulevard was South Park Boulevard, we all had cars, and we would all meet up at McGregor Park. But we was doing that before McGregor Park. See, McGregor Park was sitting right next to a rich neighborhood, and the white folks didn't want us in their neighborhood too much. So it was hard for us to go down there first. They didn't want us down there, all the cars and all the noise riding up in the neighborhood. So we rode up and down MLK Boulevard and down into the Dead End. We rode from Belfort and OST all the way down to Dead End. We rode up and down MLK.
McGregor Park started getting really popular in 82, 83, right?
I think maybe after that. It was after that. 84, 85, yeah. Cause we was riding elbows then. We put on elbows in 84.
How different was the South Park of the early 80s from now?
Ah man, there was so many live cars out and sipping. Everybody just partied and rolling around them streets. We used to break them off. See, break them off came from us in South Park. We would break the street off and pull in front of you at the red light, right? We'd block the street off and let all the cars that's behind us come by, breaking them off.
Just pull into the intersection.
Yeah, we'd stop at a red light. And what I would do is, I would pull up and block the cars coming from the east. And my other partner would block the cars coming from the west. And everybody's coming from the south, riding straight on through. You feel what I'm saying? Right before the last car leaves, he'll let the cars coming from the west, and I'll let the cars coming from the east. They'd all take off. So we'd ride down the street with 40, 50 cars from the neighborhood, block every intersection that we going down. We didn't have to worry about no video cameras or nothing. There was no cameras at the red lights or nothing. So we would just come on through and just block the street off all the way down, 30 or 40 cars deep. That's something you can't do nowadays. A lot of times you'll see the red line, the blue line, the gold line, they riding together, but you can't break them off in the streets like we used to, because they got cameras almost everywhere now.
You'll get a ticket from the cameras now.
Yeah, and we had the original 84 elbows back then. The original. There wasn't no 22s and 20s and all that. Nah, there wasn't none of that.
So what were people driving back then? What were you driving?
I had a little Sable. A two-door coupe and a Sable, white with a blue top, blue inside, blue elbows. Before that, I had a Nova with elbows and Vogues on it. Back in the day, we used to take the springs off our cars during the McGregor Park days, and we'd come down there just bouncing up and down because we took the springs off. We just come through bouncing up and down, and we had them LOC glasses on and put it on 97 Rock. We used to call them glasses amp glasses during the McGregor Park days. They real dark. It's what them old people wear for cataracts when they can't see. That's what we used to wear. That was the style right there.
Why did people start wearing those?
We wore them for the glare, and we was cool. We would ride around, smoke our weed, and drink our liquor. There wasn't no syrup back then. This was before the syrup days.
City of Syrup, Clips. City of Syrup, Clips.